Beautiful namaste, yogis. Welcome to our practice today from the grassy knoll in Maui. It's my last day before I take off on our 2023 tour. So, aloha means hello and goodbye. We're going to be practicing today some movements in dynamic warrior. Because the warrior, everyday life, is full of moments where we're able to, as yogis, skillfully navigate our tight spots. It is seldom still. It is seldom quiet. And I'm reminded what my teacher, Ravi Ravrinda, says is that stillness is not absence of motion. Quiet is not absence of sound. It's a quality of being. And this takes a tremendous amount of practice. And that is what, indeed, we will do today. Let's start in downward facing dog, long considered by many yogis to be a pose of home base. Let's call ourselves home. I'll meet you on the mat in downward facing dog. I like to ease into my down dog by gently folding forward, easing my hands forward, finding the position of my hands shoulder width apart, and then I set my feet hip width apart. A little wiggle and wobble to find my way towards stillness. And then I'm gonna find a beautiful stretch, one of my favorite. Pressing down through my arms, coming high up onto my tippy toes. Releve, lift the sit bones and the tailbone and the belly and the heart. And with that place of having a lifted heart, ground down through my heels. Right away, that can get stuck right in my neck and throat. So I'm gonna shake my head out. Soften my eyes and my jaw, my breath. Together, yogis, let's inhale. Together, yogis, let us exhale. Great. Just to bring a little bit more awareness into my shoulders and my strength, I'm gonna come high up on my toes. Roll the shoulders over your wrists. Finding plank pose, navel to the spine. Crown of the head reaches away, tailbone down, reach back to the heels. A little spin of the inner thighs down. Good, exhale back to downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, you'll reach that right leg up and back. Gaze forward. Let's step the right foot forward, right in between the hands. Let's get into the hips a little bit. Drop the left knee down, top of the left foot. One breath. Inhale, soaring the arms up to the sky. Bring the hands to prayer position, up and over your head. Press the palms together. Lift the heart. Scoop the tailbone. You might drop the head back. Finding a beautiful opening in the front of the throat. Back up to center. Exhale, both hands down either side of the right foot. You frame it, tuck the left toes under, lift up through the back of the left thigh. Inhale the right arm high to the sky. Hug your right hip in, spin the left inner thigh down. Navel to the spine, stack your shoulders, breathe in. Exhale, that right hand comes down to the inside of the right foot. Spin the left foot flat. Open up, warrior two pose. Little dynamic movement. Inhale, reach up, straighten your right leg. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, draw it up. Exhale, sink in. One more. Inhale, draw it up. Exhale, sink in. Find your stillness here. Let a happen. That's a big exhale there. And then feel your stable, grounded, strong legs, your long, tall, strong spine. The heart is lifted. The mind is quiet. The eyes are kind. The jaw is soft. The whole muscles of the throat are nice and soft. Breathe from the tip of the tailbone to the crown of the head, that central channel, what the yogis refer to as the Sushumna. One translation is the gracious channel. All right, side angle, right elbow, top of right thigh, spin the left palm up, lift the left fingertips up to the sky, acclimatize in the low back by scooping the tailbone down towards your left heel and reaching energetically out through the right knee. You might stay here, you might reach that left arm up and over the head to find a little bit more side stretch here. Yes, opening up that left lung. Dynamic movement. Inhale. Warrior two. Drop the back hand, lift the front hand up, reach it back. Peaceful warrior. Back to center and side angle. Bring it up, warrior two. Draw it back for peaceful. Rock and roll it forward just a little bit. Big, beautiful balance in the low body and some freedom in the heart and the mind and shoulders. Yes, one more. Turn back to side angle. You might find you have a little bit more room for yourself. You might drop that right hand all the way down to the earth or not. Press the right knee back, left knee back. Both shoulders come into alignment. Reaching that left arm up and over the head. Beautiful stretch here. On your next inhale, you'll swing the left hand forward. Come high up onto your left toes. Warrior one, spin the back foot flat. Inhale, bring it on up. Vera one, and let's acclimatize here. Left hip forward just a little bit. You might step it in so that the hips can get nice and stable and square. And from that place, the spine lengthens and the heart opens and you breathe joyfully. A little shine in the eyes. Great. Let's bring both arms forward again. Dynamic movement, swing the right arm back and open to a twist. And draw it forward. Let's open to a twist. And draw it forward. Keeping the low body as still as possible while we find this prasrita, the turning of the heart. Come back down now to the shape of your twisted high lunge. Drop the back hand down. Spin the left palm up, that front palm up, and then lean it back any amount. Now this can really come down into your low back. Breathe down into the low back. And notice how that draws the tailbone long. Lift up in the front of the hip bones just a little bit, navel to the spine, lean back a little bit more. Inhale. Great. Exhale. Both hands down either side of your right foot. Step it back into plank pose, that strength pose. And for fun, let's swivel over now to the left side plank, Vasisthasana. And you might lift that left arm up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale. Back to plank. Bend the elbows, lower Lift the heart. Either cobra or upward facing dog. Face to the sun. Exhale. Back to downward facing dog. Little wiggle and wobble. Feel that beautiful energy, the blessing of your yoga practice. Home and downward facing dog. Let's pause together for a smooth inhale. Smooth out with your exhale. Other side, left leg lifts up and back. Stretch it long. Step it forward. Lengthen the heart forward, heel back. So you find that length and then bow to all that room and space by dropping the right knee down. Untuck the right toes. Swoop the arms up and back. Swing them around. Big circle here. Hands find prayer right over the crown of the head. Align the palms, crown of the head, the shoulders, the tailbone, and then sink it in. Find that lift of the heart, front and back side. Gaze up. You might stay here, or you might get the Vishuddha, the throat chakra involved. Drop the head back. Inhale. Exhale. Yes, gracefully back to center. Both hands come down. Tuck your right toes under, lift up to the back of the right leg. Take it for a twist. Right hand down, left arm up. Align from within with that long spine. Yeah, it's a little drop of the tailbone, a little lift of the navel. A little bit of stacking of the shoulders. Exhale, left hand down. Right foot down. Open it up. Aloha warriors. Yes. Here we are. Dynamic movement. Inhale. Front leg straightens, arms up and over the head. Exhale, sink in. Few rounds like this. Now, this has been a signature move since my days at Lulu Banda's in Ojai, California. Been practicing this for a long time, and I love it. Helps circulate that warrior energy. Not to mention it feels really good on the hips and shoulders. All right, Vira 2, warrior 2 pose. Let it happen. Be bold and daring to close your eyes and look inside and align from within, yogis. Sometimes that right hip lifts up a little bit. Drop the right hip down. Left knee back. Lift up through the heart. Lift the rib cage up off the pelvis. There's lots of room between the rim of the pelvis and those lowest ribs. You might send the gaze over that front hand. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Side angle, elbow to thigh, left side, right arm reaches up to the sky. This might be your side angle. You might find extended a side angle. Utthita is the word, extension. And you gotta spin the heart a little bit up towards the sky to align the shoulders. You gotta find some strength from within to press the legs into the earth. Abhyasa Vairagya Bhyam Tannarodaha. Equal parts effort and surrender. Find that surrender, that quiet of the mind to assist us in our movement. All right, let's come back up. And let's drop it back. Peaceful warrior. Dive it forward. And come on back up. Lengthen it back. Oh, enjoy the ride here. Yeah, the ride of the heart. Strong and stable and trusting. Faith in your legs and feet. Faith in the ground below you. Not to mention beauty, yes? Haha, yes. Side angle. Stay here or deepen it, bringing the hand down to this beautiful earth and use your elbow to press the knee back and lengthen the heart as she twists. Press down through that back leg. Reach up mightily with your right fingertips and breathe, breathe, breathe. You might find that extension by bringing that right arm up and over the head. Trace that line of energy from the outer edge of your right foot into the ankle, into the knee and hip and heart and shoulder and throat and crown of the head. Inhale. Great. Exhale. All right. Let's come forward. Spinning onto the right foot. Spin the back foot flat, finding yet another warrior pose. Virabhadrasana 1. Now, when you first land, you might be like, that doesn't feel quite right. Trust that. Trust that. This is a practice of finding self-confidence and trust. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. I like to step it in so my hips are level and square. Arms reach up. Warrior 1. And then from that place of like, this is my warrior. This is my stance, standing on my principles and strength. And then bring the arms forward in dynamic movement. Left arm reaches back and twists. And draw that left hand forward. Reach forward with the right hand, reach back with the left arm. Twist. And back to center. Drop the back left hand down, spin the right palm up. Lean it way back. Yeah. Breathe in. These practices will draw the energy in of people around you, like-minded. Yes, back to center. Draw both hands back down. Nicely done. Step it back to plank pose. Let it happen first, and then let's bring it over. Spacious, outer right edge. Down through the right hand. Left arm reaches up. Long tailbone, lifted belly. Beautiful breath. And down we go. This time, let's drop the knees down onto the earth. A little bit of cat-cow here. Circulate that. Back to center. A little bit of wag the dog. Hips go side to side. And let's come now to our seated pose, or you can shavasana. Come down to resting all the way on the earth. Lately, I've been enjoying the warrior of seated meditation to close my practices. But you do you. But together, let's feel the safety of closing our eyes and turning inside. Big inhale to clear the channels. A big exhale. Flush it all out. Backs of the hands come to the tops of the thighs or the knees. I draw my elbows back just a little, just for me, because I can feel how that aligns my lungs and spine and heart a little deeper. Grounded down through the sit bone. Lift it up through the heart, front and back. Bring the hands together into prayer position, right at the heart center. And stay with this, or maybe dipping the chin so the back of the throat opens. A lift of the back of the throat. Full inhale. Full exhale, and finding this gesture of namaste. And guide the head right back into alignment over the heart. We're just nice and alert right on top of the spine. Even more subtle, but perhaps you can see it now where the head comes into alignment with the heart. And the heart in alignment with the earth below us. And the sky above us. And the yoga at our center. Namaste.